What toxic family tradition did you break that cost you everything? In my family, no one marries before 30. It's not a suggestion, it's a rule. My grandfather built a business empire from nothing and always said emotions were a distraction until your life was properly structured. He made my dad and uncles sign contracts when they turned 18. No marriage before 30 or you're cut off. No support and no inheritance. Everyone just obeyed. So I grew up thinking love had a deadline. Not to find it, but to avoid it. If you got too close to someone too soon, you were reckless, weak, and unfit to carry the family name. Then I met Noah. I was 22, doing an internship in Florence, and he was part of a different university program. He wasn't flashy or loud, just thoughtful in a way that snuck up on me. When I forgot my umbrella, he showed up outside class with one. When I missed a bus, he walked me home instead of letting me wait alone. He never tried to impress me. He just listened, and that made me fall faster than I wanted to admit. When we got back to the States, I thought the distance would cool things off, but it didn't. He flew out to see me once a month. I told my parents he was a study friend when they asked. My dad raised an eyebrow, but said nothing. By 24, I was spending more time in his city than mine. He'd cook dinner, and we'd talk about the future like it was real. I told myself we were just playing house, and that it would end before it got serious. But when he proposed on the rooftop of his apartment, holding a ring he'd been saving for a year, I said yes before I could stop myself. The ring stayed hidden in my coat pocket for a week. I couldn't even wear it because I knew what it meant. Then one night, my mother was folding laundry in my room while I was in the shower and she found it. I walked in and saw it sitting on top of the folded sweaters like it was mocking me. She didn't say anything. She just looked up with this quiet disappointment that felt worse than any yelling. "Who is he?" she asked. I told her the truth, all of it, that we'd been together for almost 3 years, that we loved each other, that we wanted to build a life together. She left the room without another word. The next day, my father called a family meeting. I walked in thinking maybe, just maybe, they'd understand, but instead he slid a printed copy of my grandfather's rule across the table, my signature at the bottom, age 18, in black ink. "You're free to do what you want," he said, "but you won't do it as our daughter." They cut off my tuition the same day, froze the joint bank account, and I lost the apartment they were helping me with. My uncle called the next morning just to say he was disappointed. My grandmother blocked me on Facebook, and my mom sent one last message before going silent. "Won't come to the wedding. I won't be able to smile." Noah offered to pay for everything and said we'd figure it out. I moved in with him, and we planned a small ceremony in his parents' backyard. His mom helped me pick out a simple dress and even cried when I walked down the makeshift aisle. We've been married for 2 years now, and I'm happy. I really am. Noah is everything they said I'd lose myself in, but instead, he's where I finally found love and peace. When I bake my grandmother's old apple cake recipe, I still reach for my phone to send her a picture, but I don't. When I got promoted last fall, the first person I wanted to call was my dad. When I got pregnant, my mother didn't even call. She found out from someone else, and her words were, "She don't have any daughter." And when my little boy was born, not one member of my family showed up. No flowers, no message, nothing. Sometimes I look at him sleeping on Noah's chest and think, you'll never know the people who raised me, and maybe that's a blessing, but it still feels like grief, like I lost a country I was born in and can never go back to. I broke the rule, and I gained a partner who chose me every day, but I lost the people who raised me, and some nights, that still hurts more than I expected.